Heyo, duckies, Andi Lippy here. I have been using OBS for a few years now, and my ducky ant, it's been a rough ride. From not knowing features exist to just not correctly knowing how to do something, or just completely doing it the most obscure and stupid way possible. Spoiler alert, I still pretty much learn something new every day, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any tips and tricks. In this video, I'll be taking you through 5 things that I wish I would have known when I first started using OBS. I know a few of you will know some or maybe all of these, but please let me know in the comments below if you've learned something new today and what it was. Make sure if you enjoyed the video, you found it useful, then be sure to let myself and YouTube know by tippity tapping that like button. Let's get into this bad boy. Put your rockin' for the stone. Have you ever seen a streamer with an overlay that looks a little like this?
Look at this newbie content creator. What a bad guy. Obviously not got a good enough overlay like me, has he?
I know, right? The OCD boots off inside me whenever I see an overlay that is not perfectly in line. It's such a simple thing, but getting everything in line can make your stream going from looking absolutely potato into a wonderful, professional looking one. Well, you'll be pleased to know there is such a simple, easy trick in OBS to zoom in as far as you want to make sure your overlay is perfect. All you need to do is right click on your canvas, select preview scaling, then select output. Your canvas then might change size so you can't see it properly. Don't worry though, all we need to do now is left click on the canvas so we're not using any other part of OBS, then hold the spacebar down, your cursor will turn into a little hand. Now whilst holding space, if you hold left click and drag, you can move the canvas around. But you can take it one step further. Whilst holding down the spacebar so you get the hand, you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse to actually zoom in and out of the canvas as well. Combining both of these features, we can zoom right into our overlay and fix anything that might be out of line or not pixel perfect. Now your stream is looking glorious. Actually, speaking of making your stream look great, you can make it look even better thanks to today's video sponsor, Owned.tv. Owned.tv have absolutely everything to upgrade your stream and make it look more professional. They have a huge selection of professional themed overlays, alert packages, emotes, and tons more to get you looking like a professional streamer without any of the technical know-how. The cherry on top is that Owned have allowed me to give you guys a massive 50% off anything on their website using offer code Andi50 at checkout. All the links are in the description and they do go a huge way to supporting the channel. Thank you Own.tv for sponsoring this portion of the video. Are you someone that uses browser sources inside of OBS? Have you ever wanted to add a source but it won't properly work unless you logged in, but you couldn't control the source? If you know where I'm going with this, don't skip to the next point. Did you know you could scroll inside the browser source too? So imagine I want to add a website to my OBS, such as this wonderful one at streamup.tips. Be sure to check us out for all your insane free stream upgrades. But what if I want to change which web page I'm on? I can actually right click the source and go down to interact. This will open the source in another window, which if we hover our mouse over, you'll see we can actually control it now. So we can go to any page we want to. You will notice that we can't actually scroll on this page. But if we go back to the browser source in OBS, right click it, then go to properties, we can change the background color in the custom CSS box to hashtag FFFFFF. Then delete everything after this, but make sure to leave the close bracket in. Pressing OK, then go into our source and interact with it. You will notice we can now scroll. I know, crazy, right? If you want to know some more tricks about browser sources, then definitely check my video just up here. I'll also leave a link in the description. Also, if you want to know how to turn all your Twitch docs like the stats box in OBS to dark mode, then make sure you are subscribed, as I'll be banging a cheeky video soon. One of the most important parts of using OBS and streaming is making sure your microphone quality is the best possible so the viewers have the best experience. OBS has many different audio effects built in, but sometimes you want to use other effects such as reverb or even have an equalizer, EQ, on your microphone. Thankfully, OBS allows the use of VSTs, virtual studio technology. There are many different VSTs out there with unique effects, and a lot of these are completely free. I actually couldn't now live without Replugs. Replugs is an incredible free VST suite that pretty much has everything you could possibly need. My absolute favorite is the Refer. This allows you to easily remove any background or room noise from your microphone, and it is so easy to set up. I actually have a tutorial on this that I will leave in the links below and also just at the top here. There are also many other filters within this suite that I have done videos on in the past that you should check out how to get the best sounding microphone possible, even if you've got a budget one. You can download it from this website here and run through the installation process. I have left a link to my tutorial in the links below. Nested scenes. Quite possibly the most important part of OBS. Have you ever wanted to make a crazy effect on your webcam on a certain scene, but then have it be normal on your just chatting scene or something like that? Well, scene nesting is for you. It basically allows you to completely edit a source inside of OBS without modifying the original source. It's kind of like making an alias of a source. To get started, you need to make a scene with the source you want to add the effect to. In my example, I'm going to use my webcam. I usually use the prefix IN to highlight that this is an input source. Basically my source with no effects or modifications to it. Once that is done, add the source to the scene, so I will add my webcam. Next up, all we need is to create a new scene. I would recommend giving it a name so you know it's an alias / nested scene. I usually give them a prefix like NS for nested scene, then the name of the source / effect you're making. Just whatever works for you. For instance, I'm going to be making my webcam blurred on this scene, so I'll add a new source and select scene. Then we will select the scene we added the webcam to. Now we can start playing around with the effects, but we need to add our effects to the actual scene and not the source that we added. This will mean the input source will be clean and intact. Now we have our cam that is blurred. Now to show you how to put it all together. I can create a new scene. I'll call it my just chatting scene. Now I can add a source, select scene, then choose the blurred camera scene. Then we can add another source. I'm going to select the input camera scene. Now check this out. If I crop the front source, I've got this super cool minimalistic camera effect that can make your stream pop. Nested scenes can get complicated fast. This is why it's important to have a system in naming your scenes. You can actually do this kind of thing when using groups too, since groups work similar to scenes. There is also another method using an OBS plugin called Stream Effects. And this leads me on to the next thing I wish I knew when I started using OBS. Plugins. A lot has changed in the few years I've been using OBS. The biggest change is plugins. There are now absolutely tons of plugins available to make your content look incredible or just improve your quality of life inside of OBS. You can download all these plugins from the OBS website, link down below. To quickly name a few that I really just couldn't use OBS without are Stream Effects and Shader Filter. These two plugins unlock so much potential to add creative flair to your live stream. I have also done plenty of videos covering these, and I will leave the links to the plugins below. I would definitely recommend checking out the video I did on Exceldro's plugins also. He is literally an absolute godlike plugin creator. There is definitely something for everyone, including the plugin I would never be able to live stream without. The Move Transition plugin. I will leave a link to all of his plugins down below too. Well, what did you think? Did you learn something in this video, or did you know everything? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, make sure you crack that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any super handy OBS tips and tricks. A big thanks to all the people that helped me make this content free for you. You can also join these incredible people by joining either Ko-fi or Patreon, as it will go a huge way to supporting the channel. A big, huge shout out to Bongo, Fever Team, Marcus Vasquez, and Romulo Souza for being my top supporters. I couldn't do this without you guys. If you want to see the video I did on the new OBS that is coming out hopefully soon, which is jam-packed with new features that will smash you up, OBS version 28, then check it out here. And if you want to see my OBS plugins playlist to find out more about the available OBS plugins, then just click here. See you over there. Put your rocket for the stone.